Zach, tell us about repetition and contrast and what the parallel is between comedy and social media.
We're talking today about repetition and contrast. Repetition and contrast being two of the fundamental principles of comedy. Anything that you see on stage or on screen will practice these two things. You'll see these things repeated again and again and again. We call in the comedy business a callback, something that the audience can identify with, they've seen before. Now there's like a deep psychological positive happening when they see that occur again. Now, you don't want to repeat things and have them be static. It's too similar, so we also practice contrast. So we want to repeat things, have that same underlying message, that same underlying feeling, but contrast the way in which we see these ideas. And that's all social media is figuring out what your brand is, having a brand be successful based on the consistency of that brand, and how do we develop a consistent brand? Through repetition. How do we continue to engage an audience and keep them excited and involved in our product? By practicing enough contrast to make sure that this year's product is different than last year's release, and then the next year's release is, blah, 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 comedy 2.0. But I'm really excited about delivering the message of how practices in comedy relate to social media, because I think there are, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, there's so many things that I do on stage that actually help me on Facebook and Twitter and engaging people on Flickr and YouTube as well.
And how do you deliver that message to companies and people who are using social media?
I am a keynote speaker, so I deliver keynote speeches, do interactive seminars, half-day, day-long panels with organizations, working with these principles, these fundamental skills from the stage and from the theater world, and apply them to corporations. With business leaders, doing leadership exercises, sales exercises, management exercises, and really take everything I can from the comedy world and apply it to business.
Cool. How can people get in touch with you?
They can find me online at zachward.com, ZACHWARD.com. You can follow me on Twitter /ZachWard, at ZachWard. Is that how I say it? So I still have fun.
Say something funny.
Meow.